to see this one.
These two have been waiting for this one for quite some time, and to be honest, so have I.
They ask for the truth, but they can't handle it. They want to remain stupid.
Salute, and welcome to class, guys. How y'all feeling, yo? Feel like I ain't see y'all in a minute, right? Live in a minute, right? How y'all feeling, good brothers? I miss y'all. True story, I miss y'all. Today we got open school night. Bring your sons to school. We will be having bring your daughters to school night. We'll be having one, you know what I mean? But tonight is bring your sons to school. This is how black men need to raise their sons in America. And this is just my opinion. This is just what I do to raise the young man that I have. You know what I mean? You can take it or leave it. Ain't nobody forcing you to do anything. Disclaimer, guys. This is the righteous fear. Keep in mind, we don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, your emotions, or your feelings. We're going to cater to the truth. We're going to cater to common sense. And we're not going to allow nobody to come in here and complicate that. We about the kids tonight, guys. So, guys, if you're a new parent, you know what I mean? Or if you're an old parent and you got sons, right? Go get your sons and bring your sons to work. Bring your sons here. Hopefully, if you home, because some of y'all watch while y'all at work. So I get it. If you at work, just watch and just take notes. Guys, take notes. All right. But for those of you that is at home right now, unwinding, go get your little man. Go get your little man, right? It's important that if you wouldn't want to be intaking some poison, right? If what you intaking ain't quality enough for your little man to sit there and watch it with you, then you shouldn't be watching it, right? Right? We're gonna do something different tonight, because come on, guys. At the end of the day, there's millions of channels that's talking about modern bald head dummies, right? Right? We're gonna do something different tonight. Because where the solutions is, they not giving any solutions nowhere on YouTube but in the righteous fair. So go get your little man tonight. While you go get your little man, I'll go get my little man, right? And I promise to keep it PG. You know I'm going to keep it PG if I got my little man. The stuff you intake should be good enough for your child to sit there and intake it with you, right? Because at the end of the day, you're going to activate what you intake and then be communicating and dibbling and dabbling with your little man, right? So why they can't sit here and... Now, I get why you wouldn't bring them to them other corny-ass channels you be watching. But bring them to the righteous fit tonight. All right, y'all? Let me go get my little man. And y'all, you go get your little man, right? Go get your little man. Let me play a little video real quick while I go get my little guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Harlem, New
All right, so my little man, he on the way. He on the way. I'm proud of my little man. He did very well this year. Salute, salute, Mac. I call him Mac, but his name's Shamari. What's going on, my guy? Welcome to the channel. Right, it's been a while since you've been here, right? Well, we want to start by telling us. Oh, kind of low. There you go. Want to start by telling us how it's been since the last time you've been here till now. How's things been going for you?
Nothing too much. The most recent things was probably like the football stuff, just following up on the football journey and stuff. But everything else wise, didn't really do nothing that much because we didn't have any special events since the last time I was here.
Okay. So you mentioned the football, so we're gonna get into that. We're gonna play some highlights, guys. So y'all sit back and kick back. I got 15 things that you need to ask your child so you can get to learn your child. We're gonna go over that. And I also wanna talk about the 10 Commandments, you know what I mean? That's why I asked y'all to go get y'all little man. Go get y'all little man, because this is how black kids, black men, little sons should be raised. The first thing they should be raised off of is them commandments. They should know. You know what I mean? You do them a disservice by teaching them all that other foolishness, all that other get over stuff. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the commandments, and then we're gonna do 15 things to get to learn your little man, to really learn them. Like, 'cause I know a lot of us think we know our kids. You don't know nothing, yo. But in any event, we're going to keep it PG. Let's get to some of these highlights, man, because you had a great year. You had a great season, yo. Let's watch some of these highlights real quick. Let's load these things up. I guess you give us a little narration on how that play went down.
Let's go, Nate! Let's go! All the way! All the way! He gone! He gone! He gone! He gone! He gone!
Man, that was a touchdown right there. What was on that?
So on that play, it was out of nowhere. Like, coach just told me, he gave me the little wrist coach that you get in offense, and he just told me, all right, you're just gonna run the ball, and I just ran it. I ran it twice actually. First time I got tackled, second time I just ran. He didn't tell me anything. He just said, get the ball and run. And just use your magic. And scored.
Let's look at the next one.
Watch 19 right there. Got him, Samari. Ento! Good shit, Samari.
And that was a good one right there. That was a good tackle.
Yeah, so for that play, I think that was against the Spartans and at their home field. So I already knew something was gonna happen with that person because you could hear in the background, coach said to my teammate, watch 19. So I watched him too, because the person I was guarding, y'all should already know, they're not throwing it to him. They just put him there to block me, but he didn't do nothing. So that was an easy decoy. You already know he's good. They're gonna pass him my way, because like the other corner is big, so like they will always abuse my way because they don't expect anything to happen.
So they tried to pick on you because of your size, and then they found out. They messed around and found out.
Get him! Yeah! 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 He's too small! Yeah! That's it, baby! Nice job, baby! Yeah!
I guess that's what you mean by they try to pick on your side and mess around and found out.
So,
mess around and found out. How did that play unfold?
So that play, that was just out of nowhere, because I already knew coach was telling me they're going to run in my way at least once this whole game. So I was ready for it, and then I just saw him roll out, and he didn't do nothing. He couldn't do nothing crazy, because as soon as he came past the line of scrimmage, I was already right there. I had the angle, so if he would have juked to the inside, Isaac would have blew him up. If he would have juked to the outside, he would have got hit probably.
Even harder. That's a fact.
So yeah, that play was just a hit.
Good play. Good play.
That's you, Mac. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Mac. That's what I'm talking about, my guy. That's it, Shamari. That's it, my guy. That's it, my guy. That's it, my guy. Yeah. Yeah.
How did they not give you the fumble on that play? You came up with the ball.
I don't know. I think it's because the kid got hurt. If he didn't get hurt and like he popped right up, they would have saw me with the ball and would have called that immediately because I clearly had the ball. Like they saw me get up with it, and all I had to do was reach my arm out because he was running my way and I got double blocked, but the blocker was horrible. Like he was horrible. He didn't even block me at that point, so he just ran past me. Well, not past me. He ran towards me, and I just stripped the ball. Took it right out.
Salute to my brass squad. C-Lo, what's going on? P&R, what's going on? Marcus, what's up? TC, what's going on, my guys? We're going to get to some content. I'm just sitting here guys, I'm proud, man. I'm proud of the little one, guys. Real proud of y'all. I know y'all get tired of that same old content, rinse and repeat. I really feel my audience deserve quality content, like they eyeballs deserve some good stuff, like, and not often do you get to see father and son not compromise, baby mother not all breathing all down their neck.
I'm just listening to you. You do this every day, so.
You know what I mean? So I'm just marvel, just giving my people some difference, like intake different stuff. So you get, know what I mean? Y'all know how we do over here. We weirdos. They call us weird. But in any event, let's keep looking at some more of these plays. That was a good hit right there. Man, that looked like that was practice.
That was a practice play against the Bantams, the older kids.
Another practice play.
That play was just fun because we got to do something fun before a game. I think it was that practice before the game against that team that I scored a touchdown and got the tackle on. Because my coach already knew that was a horrible. It was like 0-8, so we didn't really have to do that much preparing for them. And what happened there, I actually planned the whole thing out. I did a post route, and my teammate did a corner route. So like the people that were guarding us got like mixed up. So like we would run straight forward and like cross in between, and then they will get mixed up and probably bump into each other and get open. And the quarterback who threw it to me actually got pressure. That's why I had to get low to catch it. But it was a good throw and good communication.
And so how was the cornerback position, being that was the position you was focused on, you started on?
It was easy. It's easy to learn, but it's like all the steps that you have to do. Like all you do is just listen. Like if you want to really become a good corner, just listen to whoever is coaching you. Because if you don't listen, like if you're just there because like you just got called in to play football, it's kind of complicated.
It's going to be a long game. It's going to be some long games. All right, so let's get into these 10 commandments. I know you know them, but it's good for my audience. Make sure your kids know them. Go over them. You know what I mean? Don't sleep on your children. They have the mind capacity of a young Butch Cassidy, guys. They smart. You know what I mean? This is the smartest they're going to get. It's just a sponge. Just soak it up. What you pour in to them is what they become at heart. So you don't get to stick your hands in your pocket and be like, I ain't raised him like that. You can't do that. Us as fathers either, we don't get it. We don't get to do that. Whenever you guys got access for my for my parental alienated fathers, whenever you get access, make sure for it don't ever matter if you only get 10 minutes of access a month. Take 7 of those minutes to be about the goal. And the goal is to train them up and teach them up and meek shall inherit the earth. That can only go by way through you. That's why it's important. That's why the number one thing we talk about over here on this channel, Shamari, is work on yourself. Know you, learn you, work on yourself. Because if I didn't work on myself, I would be in no way conditioned to be able to give you any type of knowledge, help you in any way, shape, or form. If I sat around here pretending that I'm not sick and nothing is wrong with me, I'm A-okay. My mama raised me like this. Grandma raised me like this. You would fail, bro. You'd fail, bro. And it's about time that more of us in our community had conversations and kept it more real with their kids. Like, man, I love you, bro. So I gotta tell you the truth.
Even though the 10 Commandments are really old, they're still good for each one of us to know and live by today. Let's learn about each commandment with these fun blocks and what those commandments mean for us. Number 1. I am the Lord your God. You shall not have any strange gods before me. That means love God more than anything else. Even though I like Legos and junk food, I love God the most.
No, that means that at the end of the day, I know you want to make me proud, right? But I'm gonna be proud regardless. It's an unconditional proudness. The goal is to make sure you doing right by him. You know what I mean? Impress him. You don't gotta impress me. I'm gonna be impressed by default. Impress him. That's who you gotta. You know what I mean? It ain't me. It ain't mommy. It's him. You know what I mean? We your mom. I'm your dad. She your mom. But that's your God.
Number 2. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Don't say bad words about God. Respect God's name. Sometimes you might say God's name out loud, like when you stub a toe and when you're really mad. But you should always treat God's name with respect. If you stub your toe, you could say, ouch. Oh my goodness. Number 3.
And to add to that, number 2, don't let no bad situation have you questioning your God. All right, it's going to happen. Stuff is going to happen. Probably made it happen, but you don't get to question it.
Remember to keep holy the Sabbath. What's the Sabbath? The holy day. Sunday is a special day. On Sundays, you go to church. Maybe have dinner with your family all together. It's important to rest. And remember, God also rested on the last day after he created the earth.
Now this right here, this get manipulated right here. It is important to get your rest on. And you know, always get your rest, but don't get lazy because we not God. You know what I mean? We are not God. We didn't create nothing in 6 days. You feel me? So yeah, I see what we can all understand why he rests on that 7th day. But you know what I mean? We're gonna get our rest on, but we're gonna be active for the most part. In life, you got to be active. Life rewards the most active people that leverage their advantage. So don't, I mean, but they'll use that. They'll manipulate that part right there. But it is true. Keep a day to where it's just be about you. You know what I mean?
Number 4. Honor your father and your mother. What are the ways you love your mom and dad? Help your mom when she asks you to. Help them do their laundry. Do your chores without complaining. Give hugs. also means to respect other adults in your life. Be nice to your grandma and grandpa. Listen to your teachers. Number 5.
Yeah, and that's important because it's not just about being manipulated by me and moms. It's the father figure. So the adult figure, when you go outside and you get older, you know what I mean? Ain't no respect by default, but you don't go disrespecting people either. You know what I mean? You can't disrespect people. No, that's not acceptable. But there is no respect by default.
You shall not kill. That means never hurt anyone with your words or actions.
That's important.
Remember to stay patient when you're angry. Be kind to others, especially if they're different to you. Number 6. You shall not commit adultery. Show respect for your body. Be pure. Respect yourself, your family, and your friends. Respect your friends. If you promise something, you should keep that promise.
That's a fact, Respect your word, respect your body. You know what I mean? Don't go putting nothing in your body.
Number 7. You shall not steal. Taking something from a person. Don't take anything that isn't yours. Have you ever forgotten to return something that you borrowed? Number 8. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. That means don't lie. Lying hurts other people.
And that means don't gossip. Don't gossip about people. Like, let people do what they gonna do. You know what I mean? Don't gossip about people. Don't compare yourself to other people.
Play fair and don't cheat. I don't like it when people cheat. Always tell the truth. Number 9. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife. Huh? It means be happy with the friends you have. Don't be jealous. I get mad when my brother gets more ice cream than me. Number 10. You shall not covet your neighbor's goods. Be happy with the things you have. Be thankful that you have all you need.
Right. Always be grateful. And you should know that you're a Thanksgiving baby. So you got a lot of things, you know what I mean, to give. But always be humble, always be grateful, bro. Understand, no matter how bad your day is, there's a lot of kids that's not in the position that you was in. I could show you some statistics that show you about 70% of kids is not in the position that you're in. So you just be humble and be grateful. That don't mean don't grow. You know, because some people will try to tell you be humble because they ain't got plans on growing and they don't want you to grow. Don't play that game.
Should help others when they need help. No one's thankful for one of my stuffies that's named chocolate milk. The 10 Commandments seem like they have a lot of rules. We should try our hardest to follow them because they teach us the right way to love God and others. But it can be hard. And when we're having a hard time, we should remember that Jesus is our Savior and He will always help us in those hard moments if we ask Him to.
It's fact, bro. It's fact. So we're gonna head on into another good old video that will probably cost some of y'all $200, $300 in the parenting class, but y'all know he had the righteous fare. Just hit that like button, guys. That's all I ask. Just hit that like button.
And family. Sure, you know everything about your child. That's your job. They love the color red. They hate carrots. They twirl their hair when they're tired. And their favorite t-shirt is the dinosaur one. But how do you really get to know your child? Their heart, their mind, and their love language. What makes them tick? And what can you discover to get the best from them?
Right, guys, this is 15 things to do or ask your child so that you could really get to learn them. I mean, a lot of y'all sit there and y'all say, "Oh, ain't no answer book, ain't no answer key on raising kids." It is, y'all. It is. It is. There's all types of classes. There's all types of books that'll help you grow into a great moms and come up out that I mean stuff that they be doing on the regular. Dads, there's books, dads. There's books that'll have you, you know what I mean? See from a whole nother perspective, pops, for real. Cause listening to people that losers, it's not gonna help. But make sure y'all hit that like button, gang. Salute to my members, cause my members is the reason why that I give these contents for free. My members, the ones that support this channel faithfully. Salute to y'all.
We've compiled 15 incredible questions to help you do just that. 1. What 5 words do you think best describe you? This is a tough
Now that's a good question right there, yo. What 5 words you say if you could think of 5 off the top? What 5 words describe you?
Calm, smart, confident, respectful. How much is that?
That's 4.
And I'll probably say can't think of anything off the top of my head.
You got to 4 quick though. You got to 4 quicker. I'm gonna tell you something. You got to 4 quicker than a lot of adults who get. If she's about to go into that house, that's hard question for an adult to answer, and you got the 4 kind of quick. Let's play that back.
their heart, their mind, and their love language. What makes them tick? And what can you discover to get the best from them? We've compiled 15 incredible questions to help you do just that. 1. What 5 words do you think best describe you? This is a tough question, and many adults crumble when asked this. So get your child used to answering it. The sooner, the better. The answers may surprise you. Your usually quiet or shy child might describe himself as confident, or your fearless warrior could describe.
See, that was one of the words you used too. Without even seeing the video, that was one of the words you used. And you said 4 good words too. For calm, I know calm was 1. Smart, confident, respectful. Very good words.
Describe herself as being quite nervous. The beauty about this question is that it gives you a good idea of how your child perceives themselves and what areas you as the parent need to focus on. This will help you enormously in molding the right self-image for your child. 2. What have you done that you're proud of? In his book, A Little Guide to a Big Life, David Young writes,
And that's a fact. Well, I already know you do all sorts of things. I can only imagine I know the football is one of the most proud of things.
Yeah, probably the way I made it to the championships and the All-Star, making it to the All-Star team.
Right.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Tell your children often that you're proud of them and tell them why. That's the first step. Next, it's time for your child to acknowledge what they're proud of so they can repeat it. In many of our new parents' videos, we explain how our children would be shocked if they knew the awful things we told ourselves in our heads. Imagine your child grew up doing the same. You wouldn't want that, would you? So find out what your child is proud of. Not something you've noticed, but what they've noticed. Amplify that. Remind them of it when they're feeling low, and use it to uplift them when you need to. 3. What do you think could improve our family? We're not going to lie.
And they're not gonna never ask that. A lot of kids ain't never gonna get asked that. You know what I mean? But what do you think? How can we improve?
I don't think there's really anything we really have to improve. Probably stable already. Do a lot of stuff together, so probably not that much stuff.
Well, whenever you get something that come to mind, you let us know ASAP. Y'all free to think and talk, communicate.
Some of the questions will reap answers that you might not have expected or hoped for. But it's not just about learning about your child. You're learning about yourself too. By asking this question, you will gain an understanding of what your child feels is lacking in his family life. Does he feel that you need more time together as a family? Can you make a small change that would make a big impact on the daily life of your family? Be open to hearing what he says. Don't respond defensively. Your child needs to know that it's a safe space to be able to say exactly what he feels, without the fear of repercussions or being told that he is wrong for feeling that way. On the other side of the coin is our next question.
That's a fact, yo. Stop repeating what your mother did to you, bro. Just because your mother made you do it, you're going to do that. You're going to go repeat the same thing. That joint did not work, yo. You know how that joint made you feel. Why would you go repeat the same thing just because you got the whip now? Because you the master now. Like, you master now. Like, that I don't understand that, yo. I never understood that.
4. What makes you proud to be part of this family? My mom would always say to my brother and I, your friends come and go, but your...
What made you proud to be part of this family?
Probably all the opportunities I get to do and like all the fun stuff that I'm able to do.
Family is for life. So what about your family makes you proud of them? Asking your child this simple question is a great way to know what you're doing right as a family. Does your child love the fact that you rock up at every event of theirs, regardless of how trivial it may seem? Does your family speak about hard truths and love each other hard despite differences? Does your child just like the way you all eat breakfast together in the morning? You'll soon notice that the little things, like eating breakfast together, mean the most. 5. What do you do that brings you happiness? Don't you wish that people ask these types of questions to adults too? Wouldn't the world be a gentler place if we did the things we loved as often as possible? What makes your child genuinely happy? Again, you'd be surprised at the simplicity of the answers. Having asked my own child this exact question, his response was, chopping vegetables with you when you make supper. And here we are as parents trying to buy our children happiness. We try and create these unique, one-of-a-kind experiences they will never forget. And there is always space for those. But don't take away from the simple things. That's when the true happiness happens. There's a beautiful saying by our famous quoter, Anonymous, who said, simplicity is not about deprivation. Simplicity is about a greater appreciation for things that really matter. 6. What could you have done differently today? We often ask our children, how was school today? And we always get a similar answer. It was good, fine, okay, you get the point. It doesn't open up the dialogue much, does it? By phrasing the question in a different way, you'll discover so much more about what your child got up to during their day. By asking, what could you have done differently, makes your child really think about his or her day. Did they stand up to a bully at recess? Did someone lose their lunch money and they helped out? Did they pin the blame on speaking in class on someone else? There is a myriad of possible answers here, and they could be good or bad. It ties in beautifully with our suggested question at number 2. What have you done that you are proud of? 7. What do you know well that you could teach someone? Asking this.
Now that's a good one right there. This is how you harvesting them skills that we didn't really have chance to. Now, I mean, we had to figure it out for one. We had to figure it out on our own. We had to figure out what we were good at. We didn't get it harvest. This is how you harvest these kids' skills from young. What do you know well that you could teach another little kid your age?
That's my age. Mm-hmm. Probably to just stay in school and do school.
I know you could teach them how to be a cornerback too now. I know next year when you go
corner and safety,
you're gonna be a lot of teaching next year.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna be a rookie next year. It's gonna be up. You're gonna have to teach the position. But it's about skills, guys. It's about learning yourself first so that you can be able to teach them how to do what you did. You know what I mean? If you never learned you're not going to be able to teach your little man how to learn him. And then guess what? Them people out in the world, because you see, we started with the 10 Commandments. Shamari, a lot of people don't believe in that. The majority of the folks in this world, they don't believe in that. They don't believe in that. They pretend very well. They pretend very well. You see it for yourself. I ain't even got to tell you that. You can see it for yourself. The majority of the people is not that nice. And that's men and women. It's not just the men. It's not just the boys. Or these women and men. The men and the women. Balance. There's always balance. They're not that nice out there.
This simple question will give you a good idea of where your child believes their strengths are. If your child loves hip-hop dancing and they feel they could teach someone a few skills, super! Perhaps your child loves baking cupcakes and is keen to teach their sibling their technique. That's amazing! Now, if your child responds by saying they have nothing they could teach anyone, that's also okay. This is an opportunity for you as the parent to step in and guide your child. Remind them what you believe they're good at and highlight their ability in a way that makes them feel confident enough to teach that skill. Just remember what Bill Ayers said. Your kids require you most of all to love them for who they are, not to spend your whole time trying to correct them.
Exactly, but you got to get rid of that in you. A lot of us do that to people, regular people, not just our kids. A lot of us do that to regular people. Remember when I be talking about y'all be changing people from their organic self? Y'all gotta let people be who they are. And that's your kids included. Everybody don't gotta be the same. And everybody don't gotta see it from the same perspective.
8. Do you feel like I understand you? Ouch.
Big question. Do you feel like I understand you? A lot of people, that's a good question right there. They getting into the butter.
Be prepared to have this be a negative answer. This is your opportunity to figure out where you're going wrong in building a great, understanding relationship with your child. The answer would, of course, be age-specific. Asking a young child would garner a completely different response to asking a tween or a teen. We reiterate, remind your child that you will not be angry or hurt by their response, that you're there because you want them to grow and learn as a family. This is an amazing question for your children to take through to their adult life and to have open and honest relationships with their future families. New parents, remember, you are raising someone's future husband, wife, or partner, and it's your job to prepare them well for that journey. 9. What can I do to be a better parent? Having questioned other parents about the results of asking this question, admittedly, a huge sigh of relief was let out by all. The answers were really not as bad as all the parents anticipated. They were beautifully simple. I wish you'd braid my hair. I'd love to play a game of cards with you. Please teach me to paint. Don't be on your phone as much. Can we make those changes? Of course we can. And then tell your child what would mean a lot to you too. Conversation is a two-way street after all. 10. Who are you most grateful for in your life? We all want that person to be ourselves, but it's not always the case. It could be their teacher, a grandparent, or a sports coach, and that's okay.
All right, dads have sons. Understand, they're going to say mommy. They're going to say mommy, especially if you picked a good mommy for them. Even if you didn't pick a good mommy for them, they're going to say mommy. All right, they're going to say, the sons, that is, have a girl, the girl's going to say you. But this, they're going to say mommy.
Gaining an insight to who they believe is most valuable to them is a good look at who they are. If it's a sports coach, your child is inspired by an active go-getter who inspires them to play harder. If it's a grandparent, they could find value in the nurturing role that person plays in their life. And if it's a teacher, that person inspires your child to get better grades and work harder. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and it really is true. As the parent, you need to also show gratitude to those people that your child is most grateful for. 11. Which of your friends do you think I wouldn't like and why?
Yeah, that's a trick question, but it's a good question, and we be doing that all of the time. I'll be asking you that all of the time, but in different ways. Like which one of these little dudes am I gonna want to slap? Which one of these dudes I'm not gonna get along with? And you'll be like, oh yeah, and then run it down like. And it's good that you can identify the bad traits in other people too without having to be mean to them or having to even, you know what I mean? That's a good quality, good skill.
Oh goodness, new parents. The friends of your children can cause a lot of unhappiness. And what you really don't want to have happen is your child keeping friends from you because they know how you'll react. Wouldn't it be better for you to rather know all the friends your child has, whether you approve or not? So if the shit hits the fan, you at least know what's going on. Ask them this question. Remind them you won't get mad and you won't ban them from seeing those friends. Maybe if you took the time to get to know them, you might like them too. We all have a past, a history, a story. Get to know the story of the friend. This friend could be just the person your child needs at some point in their life. 12. How would you change the world if you could? It's proven that the happiest people are those that help others. Positive experiences release endorphins in our body, and by instilling this type of behavior in our children from young, they will go on to do great things. So if your child says he wants to feed all the hungry children, help her on the journey. Start small. Devise a plan that your child can do to get the ball rolling. Helping others doesn't have to start off on a grand scale. Offer to collect fruit and vegetables for a local soup kitchen. Make sandwiches for the homeless. Make a donation, however small, to a charity that feeds hungry children. Our children want to help, but they often don't know how. It's our job to steer them in the right direction. 13. What was the biggest disappointment you've had so far? New parents, we often fall in the trap.
I already know that. I already know that one. That's that championship game, yo. You're gonna be there next year, though. Don't worry about it.
Of trying to let our children avoid any disappointment. We shield them from failing and take any obstacles out of their way. When something happens that does disappoint them, we brush it over and try not to make a big deal out of it. It's okay, it's not a big deal, and you'll get over it. But our children need to feel disappointment. And when you ask them this question, you might find the answer surprising.
And this is key right here. This is why you need them two parents. You need them two energies when you're raising these boys, man. Because that's where mom gonna be good. That's where mom get to use her superpower, and she get to nurture him, and she get to stroke his ego, and she get to hug him and kiss on him and wipe his tears, and then dad could come in and just tell him exactly what he did wrong and why he failed. You know what I mean? See, dad ain't got time to be hugging you and kissing you, because if we both did that, then you will never learn the lesson. You will never learn how you felt, and you will soon be in that same position crying again. You see how that work? You know what I mean? So this is why the balance it be needed. And that go back to what we said earlier about how you being fortunate enough to have a little bit different, have a little bit of an advantage over a lot of kids.
The test that they had hoped to do well in, they didn't. And you were nonchalant about it. The lacrosse game where they had hoped to score but didn't, you were nonplussed. Let them feel the feelings. They're important and part of real life. 14. What do you like?
Like, that's how they grow, guys. That's how they gonna grow and really get better and really get there. If I sit there and pay the coach to have him scoring touchdowns and he ain't never going, when the coach not there, what he gonna do? What he gonna do? I mean, they never really gain the skill if you always jump in there and find a way to, you know what I mean? Let them grow, y'all. Let them grow.
Love to do when you're alone. Many children are unable to spend time alone. They need constant stimulation and activity. And again, that's not how life is in the real world. By figuring out what your child enjoys doing alone, You can encourage that alone time and bring other family members on board. For example, if your child enjoys gardening alone and you're constantly trying to make it a family activity, stop. Give them their own little piece of ground to develop as they see fit. You will be amazed at what your child can achieve on their own. Is it baking, reading, or playing with Hot Wheels? And a good, healthy space for your child to get to know themselves. As writer Maria Isabel Barrino said, "It is not easy to find happiness in ourselves, and it is not possible to find it elsewhere." 15. What is one thing you were afraid to admit before, but want to tell me now?
We're going to say that for off the camera. I ain't going to put you on the spot like that.
Parents, we
That's a good
ultimately want
question,
children that
parents.
trust us and confide in us. We want them to feel safe to share information with us, even if it's information we think we don't want to hear. If we blast off and freak out when we hear something we don't agree with, you can bet your child will not be sharing things with you again. Your job is to guide your children along, and this question opens up a hard conversation that won't always be easy for you or your child. But have the courage to ask this question, and appreciate the courage it takes your child to answer. You don't need to ask all these questions every day, but be sure to spend quality time with your child, discovering, learning, growing, and most importantly, loving. So what question do you find gets a great response from your child? One that really opens up their heart and feelings? We're here to learn together, so please do share with us. As we said in the beginning, asking your child how their day at school went is really not going to get the conversation started. So, because you stuck with us till the end, here's some quick questions that you can ask your child every day.
Get your pens ready, class. Get your pens ready. These are some good joints right here.
Who did you spend time with today? Did you read something interesting? What was hard about your day? Did you make someone smile? These questions will generate a much better response than, "How was school?"
And on the low, guys, even if you're not a parent, right? These are good questions to ask people that you're dealing with, people that you like, people that you're trying to get a conversation.
Hey,
These are good
Who
conversations.
did you spend time with today? Did you read something interesting? What was hard about your day? Did you make someone smile? These questions will generate a much better response than, "How was school?"
Right. Then what you doing? A lot of y'all, what y'all doing? What you doing? Text. You know what I mean? How about you text that? But guys, I ain't gonna hold y'all. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna definitely hold y'all because I'm tired, y'all. It's that season where it goes down at the warehouse. Miss Gilbert had to rescue me yesterday. She had to she had to rescue me. She had to come in and help me out. But that's why I haven't been on it with these live streams and videos as I normally do. Cause it's the season to be jolly, in real life. So I'm gonna still be giving. I'm gonna still be pumping them out. Y'all make sure y'all have y'all notifications set. You know what I mean? Anything else you wanna add before we wrap this thing up? All right, guys. Like I said, for the daughters and for the ladies, I'll be doing a stream just like this for y'all. You know what I mean? Because I got daughters and they not accidentally pregnant because they know them 10 commandments. And that's key, guys. That's key. That's why we address that first. But all right, man. It's been real. I'm gonna let you go do what you gotta do. Guys, as far as us here, don't forget 7:30 a.m. is the Magic School bus. Don't miss the bus. Guys, don't forget, shop at the Good Bread. There's all sorts of links in the description box, guys. Go treat yourselves to something nice. Shop Mr. Good Bread. There's all types of discounts, Black Friday discounts. I mean, go to the bread shop, get you a Good Bread sweater. You know what I mean? We good money. Not all money is good money, but the righteous fear is good money, y'all. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Do not play with your life, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Harlem, New York, put your cigarettes out and pull your panties out. Put your hands together. Mister. Good.